Hey, to some of you guys out there and some women out here too, you guys want to wonder why the dating market is so bad right now? Because there are some individuals, mainly some bitter woman that, or some misandrous woman that puts out articles like this, or they are out here gaining money or basically scamming women out of a lot of money to get their dream man, but the one person that they're going for is in the top, 10% or in the top 5% or even top 2% because this is where we at right now in the dating market. Um, I'm a relationship expert. Guys on low salaries shouldn't bother dating. So she's essentially saying if you don't make six figures, you should not be dating or even looking to marry. And you know what? This advice right here is what a lot of men are following. Now, a lot more women, if you've seen from some of these red pill YouTube channels or even TikTok channels, they are, seeing the effects of, men saying like, "Yo, we're done. Like, we're not even bothering to even approach women nowadays because it's just not worth it." And now look, I think I remember it was like a study in 2030, 60% of women will probably be, alone for the rest of their life. It's because they're listening to women like this, Carla Ele. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I really don't give a shit. But let's see what this article says. A relationship coach argues that women shouldn't date men who can't afford their lifestyle. So basically, if I want to, go out and party, if I want to, take expensive trips, if I want to eat expensive dinners, if I want to drink expensive drinks, you should afford that. If you can't afford that for me, then you're not a man. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Uh, guys on sorry about that. Guys on a low salary should not be dating in the first place, and women are investments. You mean women? You mean women are a liability? They're not really investments. Carla Eli, 23. Listen, hey, this article came out in 2023. So this chick is like 24 or 25 now. So earns her living teaching women how to find the right man for the life they want. So basically, she's freaking sitting on herself, saying like, "Yo, only go for the top 10% of men. These other 90% of men are just worthless." And when those women get played by the same men, all of a sudden you're gonna see an article saying, "Why do men treat women like this?" It's because you basically just told a woman to go after this one demographic of men, and he has a whole variety of women to go after because of you, and it's your fault. Carla, 23, earns a living teaching women how to find the right man for the life they want and believes being treated right is the bare minimum. The bare minimum? What's the bare minimum? Like being treated like an actual adult human being? Is that what it is? She suggests women shouldn't be treated equally to men because women's time is more precious. Okay, so here we go again with a misandrous ass woman. Okay, so here we go. The coach claims many clients struggle to find the perfect man because they have the wrong mindset. Oh, what's that mindset? You had to make six figures. You gotta be 6 feet tall, and you gotta have a 6-inch thing down there. Which I got like two of those, but I'm not making six figures. She insists the right man to go for is one with a provider mindset. That who will give the partner the best treatment. So basically, she wants men to be the traditional type of man, but she doesn't want women to be the traditional type of woman. That's what I'm getting out here. So the man has to be the provider. He has to do everything, break his back, his legs, his ankles, his face in order to provide for a woman. But what exactly is she giving the advice for women to do? Oh God, and she's a 5 at most. This term includes paying for all their dates before they're in a formal relationship and buying them gifts and flowers. Controversially, she said men who can't afford a woman shouldn't be dating in the first place because they must add value to the woman's life to be worthy. Okay, so but what is that woman add to the man's life to be worthy? Does she ever say anything like that? She said there's no fixed salary a man needs to be earning before he should start dating, but it needs to be enough to afford his partner's expenses and needs as well as his own. whatever that may be. So, okay, so it'd just be better for the man to stay single there and not even attempt at all. Carla from San Diego, California, of course, is from California. What the place where women want to be treated like freaking Hollywood stars. And these freaking Hollywood stars ain't nothing but some goddamn posers. And I'm guessing Carla is a poser as well. Said, in my experience, women are scared of speaking their standards. Well, no, they're not, because they be on these red pill channels all the time saying like the kind of man they want, and then when they get a reality check about the man they're looking for, which is again the top 10, top 5, or top 2% of men, all of a sudden it's like, well, I'm not gold digging. Well, yeah, it is gold digging because you're going after the richest man. You want the richest man to be for you, but you're not bringing anything worth value to ease that man's life or make his life better. They think there are no men like this out there, when actually there's a big pool of men with the provider mindset, and most of them are only making, let's just say, $60,000 to $70,000 a year. But you just told them to not go after those men because those type of men are not worth the time. To find these men, you have to step into the energy of I am worthy, I am healing, and I'm not making decisions from a place of insecurity. No, this is very insecure that we're doing right here. We shouldn't be treated equal to men. We should be treated as women, and we're special. We should be treated as precious. Well, that's not exactly what feminism has brought y'all now, is it? A man needs to understand he has to be in a financial place to invest in a woman. We are investments. Again, no, your liabilities. I know I can afford my lifestyle, and someone can afford and add value to that. I would say thank you next. So if you can afford your own lifestyle, then just stay single. Be by yourself. Again, this is why a lot of men are choosing to stay single. Or they, some of them can't find a relationship. So you know what? They find peace in being single. Do they get lonely at times? Yes, but it's not like they're gonna hurt themselves over it and bend over backwards. You have mainly seen that from the freaking insecure simps out here, who will break their back and tooth and face for a woman, and that woman won't even freaking sleep with them. Carla, who married her husband Dustin, 25, in May 2022, said the reason women don't find high quality men is down to their mindset. She said Dustin, who is currently transitioning career after 6 years in a high-ranking role in the U.S. Navy, had no problems financially supporting her due to also having investments in the stock market. So he has investments. Again, a lot of men also have investments, but they just choose not to be with women. Women need to adopt an abundance mindset rather than scarcity one. Carla says a scarcity mindset is a belief based on insecurity that there aren't many people out there that are right for you. Well, actually, no, they're not, because not every person is going to find the right person, because that perfect person doesn't exist. Or some people are just completely, malicious. They're not going to find that one person. Think about it. Like, do you really think these OnlyFans women is going to find a husband, lay it down to life? And that man, man who is freaking strong, he's gonna stay with a woman who was on OnlyFans? No, he's not gonna do that, because it's a waste of time for him. Or you basically lied about your past, and your past eventually will come back to haunt you. An abundance mindset is they knowing your worth and not making decisions out of fear of rejection. This is because Carla believes if you're on the hunt for someone to start a family with, women's time is more precious. Yeah, because we just found out that a lot of these products that they're eating is hurting their eggs. And by the age of 30, a lot of women's eggs become obsolete. She said when a woman settles down and gets married, fertility is not forever. Yeah, that's why a lot of women are rushing. A man can make his life start over with a new girl at any age. As women, we don't have the luxury. That means a woman's time is more valuable because she has more to lose. Okay, so at this point, I agree with her, because them eggs don't last forever. Carla clarified, a provider man is not the same as a traditional man. So basically a simp. Basically a simp is what she's going for. A provider, you could be a traditional man and be a provider. But that traditional man just won't take no shit. Who would want his wife to be a homemaker rather than working. She says a provider is a man who strives to be successful in every area of his life and understands that women will have her own goals. She said they both had to come and go with creating a family, being stable, and growing with each other. Carla said women shouldn't be treated equally to men. It should be treated as precious because her time is more precious. Okay, but what about the man's time then? If you just in the relationship and the man just to be protected instead of actually being with him, because you see him as no other option, then you just wasting his damn time. So yeah, are you saying like the man's time is not precious? And women can't waste time out here? The man should always pay when he is dating a woman or calls her his girlfriend, she says, and should be able to financially support his partner. Okay, but here's the thing about this one right here. Here's the thing about this one. They literally did a study out here where 60% of women in today's time are literally only going out with men for a free meal. Like, and multiple women have came out and said this on TikTok and said, yeah, I only go on dates for a free meal, and I have not paid for my own meals in months. So, that whole, well, no, if you want to find yourself a good woman, unless she's like giving you the time of day where she actually feeling sincere, she'll probably text you first and see how you doing, and say, hey, you want to go somewhere? You want to go here? And I'll treat you. You'll be like, oh, okay. This chick is, maybe she's one of the good ones. Let's go and see how it goes. And then those type of women stay in that relationship with that man for a long time. So, yeah, this is terrible advice that she's getting. She said, in my marriage, I wasn't stressed about paying bills or doing housework. So what was you doing? So I had emotional stability, creativity, and self-awareness. It allowed me to think about my goals and build my business up. So what exactly was you bringing to this relationship? If you wasn't paying bills or doing housework, so I'm guessing he wasn't cooking. So I'm guessing this Dustin guy, he was a huge ass. Oh, just do whatever you want to do. I don't care. If you want to go screw this guy next door, go ahead and screw him. That's what I'm getting from this guy. During that time, Dustin did that because he wanted to see me happy and grow my business. That's him getting a return on his investment. I invested in him, then he invested in me. Again, but what did he actually get out of this from you? Because obviously, she's not saying if she was in a sexless relationship, but she doesn't say anything like that. Carla says she has been accused of something materialistic for advocating for women finding a man with the provider mindset. I mean, what she is, that's not a lie. She is. She said it's not the case. That's a lie. Because a partner needs to add value to a person's life to be worth investing in. Again, but what are you investing into your husband's life to make his life easier? I mean, because you ain't saying anything about having kids. You ain't saying anything like, oh, I'm a bear his children, or I'm gonna cook for him. I'm gonna make sure he's comfortable, give him a massage. I'm not seeing any of this. She said a woman adds value to a man immediately. Lies. When a man has a good woman next to him, it signals he has something to keep her and increases his attractiveness. You know that percentage of good woman is decreasing year after year. You know that, right? There's no it's women. The woman that you are attracted to, she's not attracted to you. She's attracted to the Chaz and Tyrones, or the guys. Again, women snitch on themselves every time they get put into these freaking, street interviews or these podcasts, like the whatever podcast. The whatever podcast actually brings forth women who are probably on OnlyFans and are some other women who are on podcasts. They say this is the kind of man I want, and this shows this is what women go for. This is what my women go for. A woman can't do everything by herself. So the way a man adds value to a woman's life is by giving her a sense of security. Because of this, a man needs to understand that he has to be in a financial place to invest in a woman. Men who can't afford it should wait to date until they become more stable. Okay, here's the funny thing about this, right? Here's the funny thing about this. This is also the kind of woman that'll probably be like, oh, you should go. If you marry a rich man, you should take up for everything he has, right? Or why would a man not want to choose me if he's rich? I'm just gonna up and just take all of his money, which she probably would, because this is my honest opinion. A woman doesn't deserve to be in a relationship with a rich man unless she's in the same bracket, or she's been with him when he had nothing, when they both had nothing. And most of the time, those women be the most freaking loyal. This woman said she knew the backlash she was getting. She's like, oh, I'm asking a woman to be, materialistic or only be for a woman, only be with a man who has money, right? But this right here, no. She is basically advocating for women to be freaking gold diggers and go after the top 1% of men. This is who she's advocating for. Women to go after the top high value men and don't give like regular men the time of day. And again, this is why regular men had just decided, I'm done with this old dating because it's just not worth my time. Because if these women want to go find a rich man, go find him. Get played because he has plenty of options. He doesn't have to be with you. He can literally just pump and dump you or just, hey, I'm going to buy you this. Come over here and just lay on top of me. Okay, I'll come and do that. Like for real, you would see articles like this, and you would see female misandrist podcasts say this kind of crap and be like, men who just work your average job and just go about their day, they're bums and they're pieces of trash, right? You would literally see some woman like that. And then when man be like, okay, so this is how you feel about us, we just gonna bump out. Again, it's gonna be our fault for why we didn't try harder to get them. Like that one short idea where that one girl said like, I was not gonna have sex with this guy, but he should have tried. Like, I told him I'll go to your place, or you can come to my place, but I'm not gonna sleep with you. He respected that, and then all of a sudden he's still the bad guy because he respected her boundaries, right? Again, this is why the dating crisis is bad now. This is why a lot of men have just just gave up. You see these TikToks of women going to Home Depot or Lowe's trying to look for a man, and those men are just looking to rebuild or fix their house up. They're not looking for a freaking girlfriend or a would-be wife, a woman who's in her late 30s. No, that's not happening. It's not happening. These female TikTokers, these female podcasters that be saying that kind of crap, go find your man at Lowe's, or the whole finding the perfect man. There's no one's perfect. If you think you're perfect, you're out your freaking mind, and you have a freaking God complex or a superiority complex. But this whole man need to be like this in order to get the time of day for women, it's not going to work out, okay? Because men are already doing it. They're just leaving women alone and they're going about their own business, hanging out with the boys, probably doing their own events, going to clubs. Hell, they're going to the clubs and just pumping and dumping the chicks, right? Because they basically made it they made it that easy for men to do that. And we're still the bad guys because of thanks feminism. You want this provider man, again, you want a simp because she ain't saying anything about this Dustin guy if you're satisfying his sexual needs. I don't know if you're doing that or not, but if you are in that kind of relationship where it's more about you and not him, then I can't even say I feel bad for this Dustin guy, because this is the kind of chick that he wants. A woman that's not even gonna freaking give him, that's not even gonna let him know, like, yo, I'm ready, come and get it. Or I know you've been busy lately, but I just want to give you a massage. She's not giving any advice about how she treats the guy. It's more about how he's treated her. What is the investment that she's putting into him? Is she, like I said, because she just said she's not doing housework. And you know that involves cooking. So I'm guessing she doesn't do that either. Guys, it's advice like this right here that just makes dating really freaking hard. Hey, kudos to some of you guys out there who's still trying. Hey, you want to find your girl or your woman, go ahead and do that, man. But a lot of guys out here who listen to the red pill individuals who actually make some damn sense, not the fresh and fit. Maybe the better bachelors, the raging go to Eagles, the strong, successful men, or the freaking there was somebody else, or the whatever podcast that actually gives out logic. Those guys would tell you how it is and say, like, yo, this is the best option for men. It's not worth it for us. Let's just stay out of it, all right? Because we're just gonna go do our own thing. If we want to be with our dogs, hang out with the boys, just have fun, play video games, what we gonna do? But this whole dating crisis, this whole dating thing, it's just not worth it anymore. It's not. Let me know what you guys think about in the comments below. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell. I will see y'all next one. Peace.